It's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Morgan.
In a world where either the game lags or the resolution is poo-poo. Yeah, I can't have both. So get over it. Can you beat Kingdom Rush Revengeance on Impossible with just Rocket Riders? Now, why do I think that this is possible? Number one, they're strong now. The balancing is awesome. Number two, enemies are spammy, which I freaking love. It's way more exciting. Number three, because if you don't say number three, it's not a full list. Don't you know? I'm not crazy.
I'm insane. I am cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yes, I do think that this spread out Big Bertha-esque ability with this scattered debris of bikes is amazing. We got 3 stars in all of that kingdom. Now we're on to this mini-boss. He's got a lot of health, and my PC, well, it's seen better days. Better days like almost 15 years ago when I first bought it. More glitches? Why not? And you know what? If you haven't played this mod yet, Varuk is actually pretty incredible now, but he's not quite good enough. We need somebody else. Who are we going to turn to? Oh, my girl, Azra. Mainly just because she breaks armor. Besides that, she feels pretty much the same as in the other game. Maybe a little bit better, but yeah, she gets the job done. Lower that armor, kill that giant robot, who they totally should have named Morgan. Come on, missed opportunity there. Now, we are on to the star of the show. Probably the funnest thing in this entire game, or one of them. MLH gets the credit for making this boss wave. When he first was working on this mod, it was just the boss with like a mediocre boss wave. Now, this boss, Rurin, the Golden King, look at this wave. You need to play this. But let me tell you a little secret real quick. If you want to play this and jump right into it with skipping the first 15 waves, just play the, I think it's the Iron Challenge on this. Do it on Impossible. It starts you with a ton of gold, and you can just jump straight into the boss fight. Freaking awesome. They did it that way, I assume, so that people can practice the boss fight. Because it's really hard. Look at that. We did it, though, man, with their awesome tower. Oops. And then some guys start showing up. So I'm like, alright. These towers are awesome. We can take them down. I've been using a good hero. I'm allowed to use whatever hero I want. Okay. So we take him down. Die, robots. Die. You know, one of these days I'll actually write down the script as I go and record it before I do the gameplay. But this is not that day. We are in the mountains now at this point. This bonus tower is totally fine and allowed. We're cruising on through, even with all the flying enemies. Thanks primarily to that spread out attack that they do, which is just like Big Bertha, man. This tower is just as good as Big Bertha now. Maybe even better, because this game has tons of closely packed enemies. Even these guys are stalled by Varuk and just taken to their death row. Their last meal of lobster, steak, and orange juice. Don't judge me, man. This level took me a lot of tries. I only recorded my victory. I think it took me like 4 or 5. Now on to the real boss, Joe Jenkins. Can we take him out? And before you guys give me a bunch of garbage, Ice Sculpt has been rebalanced. He's a lot weaker. He's probably like a third as powerful as he's in the normal game, so just don't worry about that. These towers are still doing the heavy lifting, but I do think you kind of need Ice Cult for the flying enemies, because they nerfed Barricade a lot. His hero spell now will only damage everyone on the screen with 85% of their HP or less, so you have to have damaged everybody on the screen, which is kind of hard to do. And we take down Illyria as well. We don't need her. Second worst hero ever. I'll frickin' tap her with my giant frickin' glove until she splatters. Now, we're on to a formidable foe. This guy's really hard to take down. Some Onyx arrows would probably help. We even throw this frickin' cheating bonus tower at him. But guess what? It's not enough. We lose. So I switched to the Ice Dragon. And, you know, really his best thing besides doing true damage and stuff is just the freeze. You get a 12-second freeze every 40 whatever seconds. That's still really, really nice. But he's really just there. Ice Cult is just there for the flying enemies, because there's a lot of flying enemies in this campaign. So it still begs the question, who's beating this? You know, flying enemies are the main counter to an artillery tower like this. But whatever. He's you decide for yourselves, okay? I'm counting it. So can you beat it with just rocket riders? On impossible? Of course you can. Triple septuple frick, yeah.